Good morning. We are going to work today on geometric formulas. Today we are going to do two-dimensional shapes. Tomorrow we will work on three-dimensional shapes. You are going to need these for your next assignment. We are going to be working on a project that I will be assigning you later today. So we're going to be calculating perimeter and area of different shapes. The first shape is a square. You'll see indicated right here I have an S. That is the measurement for a square. It's a variable that is often used when you are representing a square. So for the perimeter, you need to add all four sides up. And since a square has four equal sides, you can do 4 times S, which is the length of the sides. Okay. For area, you are going to do side times side, or you're going to say side squared, which means you're multiplying that side twice. Okay, next you have the rectangle. You will see that I have the sides indicated by an L for length and a W for width. For the perimeter, you are going to be adding the sides and each side of the length and each side of the width are the same. So the formula for perimeter of a rectangle is 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Okay. Area is just going to be length times width. Okay. And all answers in area are going to be squared. So if it's in centimeters, it would be centimeters squared. If it was in meters, it would be meters squared. If it was in inches, it would be inches squared. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay? All right, next we're going to look at a parallelogram. We have indicated in there a length and a width as well as a height. A parallelogram is a shape that has two sets of parallel sides. To find the perimeter, it is the same as a rectangle, where you are going to do 2 times the length plus 2 times the width, because you're just locating the outside of the shape. Area is going to be the length times the height, so it's going to be LH, and just remember again, your answer is going to be squared. So if this was 5 inches times 3 inches, the area of the parallelogram would be 5 times 3, which is 15 inches squared. Okay. The next shape is a trapezoid. Trapezoid has one set of parallel lines and another set of lines. These are the parallel lines here. And then these side lines here could eventually intersect if you continue the lines up. Okay, you see our measurements are indicated by side 1 and side 2. Here is side 1, here is side 2, and here is base 1, here's base 2, and then here is our height. Okay, alright, so again, the perimeter is the outside. So we're going to take all the measurements that are on the outside. So we have side 1 plus side 2 plus base 1 plus base 2. Okay. Area is going to be 1/2 of the height times base 1 plus base 2. So you'll see that the sides are not in the area formula. Likewise, they are not in the area formula of the parallelogram. Okay, next up is a triangle. So we have side 1, side 2, and a base. We also have a height. To find the perimeter or the outside, we're going to do side 1 plus side 2 plus the base. Now, a lot of people will say that the formula, you can say it as side plus side because a triangle has 3 sides, and that's perfectly fine as well. As we have it indicated here, we have it indicated as side 1, side 2 plus b. Okay, now area of the triangle is going to be 1/2 times the base and the height. Okay, so the base is going to be the bottom of the triangle, and the height is going to be the dotted line that you have drawn on the inside, so you can have that measured. The last one that we're going to do today, last formula we're going to get today, is a circle. Now, the outside of a circle is called the circumference, okay? And circumference is determined by pi, this is the symbol for pi, times the diameter. The diameter is the measurement all the way across, okay? Pi is equal to 3.14 or 22/7, depending on what you're working with, okay? Now, area is going to be pi times the radius squared, which means pi times the radius times the radius, okay? Because remember, when you square a number, you are multiplying it by itself. To itself. So if it was, if we had pi and r was equal to 7, we would do 7 times 7. And then you could replace pi with 22/7 times 7 times 7. And one of those 7's will cancel out that denominator. So in this example, pi is going to equal, area is going to equal 22 times 7. So we have 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 2 is 14 plus 1. So we have 154. And then if we decided it would be meters squared. Okay, so we're going to make that meters. Okay, so just to review this real quick, all area calculations will be squared or centimeters, I'm just using centimeters squared, okay? All of your area calculations, no matter what the shape, is going to be squared. So it's very important to make sure that you indicate that the area is squared. Perimeter is not squared. You're just finding the outside of the shape, just the distance around. So say if you wanted to put a fence up in a yard, okay, and you had a yard that looked like this, the fencing you would need to go around each of the sides, so you would have to calculate the perimeter for that measurement. Okay? Alright, use this as a reference when you're working on your project, and good luck.